Boom! Welcome to Jukebox 2, your favorite music podcast. My name is Jay Burritos, and I'm here to bring you another week of music news, reviews, and conversation. I hope that you're feeling well today on this fine Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day you're watching or listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast service, be it Spotify, Acast, iHeartRadio, or whatever, or watching me on YouTube. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I hope that your Thanksgiving vacation, should you celebrate or have people to celebrate with, was amazing and fattening and not sad in the least. I hope that everyone has just had a good time in general. The World Cup is on. The World Cup is here finally. I know it got delayed because of the weather, but we in here now. The World Cup has started, and I personally am excited for France. Funny story. My first time watching the World Cup was last Cup 2018, back when Danny and I stayed in Charlotte. And I don't know much. Like, I didn't watch much soccer back then. Like, I still don't watch a whole lot, to be honest. But Danny got me into it around when Atlanta United became a team here in Atlanta in 2017. So anyway, the World Cup was 2018. Don't know nothing about the Cup. Don't know who to root for. I know that the USA is notoriously bad at soccer on the world stage. And I obviously, not rooting for America anyway. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to root for the team that's got the most black people on it. And I was watching the team. France was playing. I can't remember who they were playing. But I saw France, and I saw Paul Pogba, and I saw Kylian Mbappe, that superstar. And I saw them, and I was like, that team right there, that's what I'm going for. And turns out they actually won the whole fucking World Cup, so that's cool. I just happened to be rooting for the winning team, so that was fun. But I'm doing the same this year. Go Mbappe, go France. I can't wait to see y'all play again on Wednesday. Let me know who you're rooting for in the World Cup in the comments if you watch, and if you don't watch, just ignore this old man rambling about the World Cup. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, getting back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is honestly what today's episode is about. I'd like to give thanks to start off with before we get into the actual topic at hand. I'd like to thank everyone and give thanks and be appreciative to everybody who has been sticking with me, this podcast, Jukebox 2, whether you're here for the first time or whether you've been with me through Twitch or through other podcasts. I really appreciate y'all being here, and I want to give thanks to each and every one of y'all and just let you know that I'm grateful that I have your attention and that I still mean something to you. It means a lot that I get to engage with y'all on a regular basis. I know I say that a lot to people that know me being all sentimental and stuff, but when's a better time to give thanks than Thanksgiving? Now, between the plates of mac and cheese and collard greens and everything else you had, the ham and the turkey, I have one question for you, avid listener. And if this gets the song stuck back in your head, I don't apologize, because you have to suffer like I do. My question is, did you get to the yams? Sweet Yamz, show you the way, because you got bills to pay. Did you make your way to the yams? If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, a song, something beautiful, something fun and happy happened this past Thanksgiving weekend in the same light that I remember a few years back on Black Twitter when we had the whole beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, like that whole thing. Something magical in that same vein happened this past week. So if you missed it, I'm going to give you, y'all know me. I'm going to put you down the rabbit hole. We're going to talk about the yams. We're going to talk about this new song called Sweet Yamz. And we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things when it comes to this song. But this is how I found the song. Was an OG, Charlie Wilson, posted it. I saw somebody posted this video on Twitter, so I'm going to play it for y'all. And again, audio listeners, I apologize for getting the song restuck in your head. Video people, my bad. It is what it is. It's catchy, but let's play it.
Y'all thought you heard Charlie Wilson. Here's Charlie Wilson.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay.
Cat, now look, if you all right, look, I know for people that have had that song stuck in your head for the past week, I would apologize, but it's a bop. It's catchy. And then when you get Charlie Wilson singing it with the ooh-ee, You know, it adds that little extra little, you know, cause I got bills to pay. You know, it's so anyway, I saw that clip on Twitter as we all, you know, wait for the demise of Twitter, as we all watch the fire burn. I saw Charlie Wilson, or I can't remember who I saw. Somebody posted this video, and I was like, hold up. And let me actually, for the video people, let me scroll back over here to the to what it says on the TikTok caption on Charlie Wilson's TikTok. When y'all say you hear Charlie Wilson, here is Charlie Wilson, the onlyest one. Okay, so apparently Fetty Wap. God, this is gonna be a rabbit hole episode. I'm trying to, like, I'm excited to talk about this, but I'm also like real amped for reasons that hopefully will become clear over time. But anyway, Charlie Wilson posted this video to his own TikTok, come to find out, and he tagged Fetty Wap, hashtag Sweet Yamz, and then the song itself is Sweet Yamz by Fetty Wap, right? Okay, so you're probably thinking to yourself, when the hell did Fetty Wap come back? And if you're anything like me, again, I'm gonna just let y'all know up front, this is I am a hater. This is a hater episode, so I don't want y'all to be surprised when I start to go off on these tangents. And if I start to sound a little venomous, I just want you to understand why. I cannot stand Fetty Wap to save my life. So to see this song to see this man come back into the zeitgeist through this Thanksgiving bop, dread filled my heart, because I was just like, oh God. Oh no, we're not doing this again. 2015 is not Remy boys. We're not doing that again. Yeah, baby. We're not doing any of the hey, what's up, hello. We're not doing it again. Y'all let this happen in 2015. I chose not to participate in it, and yet here we are back in a world where Fetty Wap's music is being heard on social media and probably on the radio. I'm just like, I thought we were through. I thought we were done. We were so close. Y'all let the man have, you gave him Trap Queen. You gave him 679. You gave him, what's the other one? My Way. You gave him all the singles. He topped, I'm pretty sure one of those songs hit number one, number two, something like that. He had his moment in the sun. And yet here we are, November 28th, the Lord's Day, 2022. And I'm singing a Fetty Wap song about some yams. And then I keep scrolling on Twitter, and I'm following the hashtag at this point, because I'm just like, oh my God, how did this happen? And I'm seeing Snoop Dogg tweet about it, like, yo, Fetty, you got the song of the year, son. Can I get to the year? I'm like, oh my God. Oh no. I go to my homie's house. His big brother come down with some Thanksgiving dinner. He said, can I get to the year? I said, fuck. So I'm like, oh no. Oh no, he's done it. Fucking Wiz Khalifa supposedly hopping on the remix. I'm like, oh, why? Shit. Just every single new excitement for this song. Every single new person that I saw, like, yes, that's the one. Dancing, grooving, covering the song themselves. It was just a new stab in the heart. I'm like, we are not letting Fetty Wap back into the atmosphere. It just, and yet here we are. I have to have an episode completely dedicated to not just this song, which has an interesting history, which I'm going to stop stalling and get to, but the man himself, Fetty Wap. Those of you who've been kind of keeping up with the news might remember hearing some things about him Fetty Wap getting arrested on the Rolling Loud stage before he was supposed to perform. I think that was last year. I want to say it was late last year. He was supposed to be performing at Rolling Loud, and he got arrested. I had forgotten what he got arrested for. Apparently, he had been like he got arrested on some federal drug conspiracy charges. They alleged that he helped move over 200 pounds of heroin, crack cocaine, all kinds of other stuff. Helped literally traffic drugs, and that's why he's in jail right now. And then apparently he violated his probation by flashing a gun on a FaceTime call, which is why he's in jail. So this song, this Sweet Yamz, was released from jail. this last week and went viral because, you know, people miss Fetty Wap. The song itself is catchy. I mean, everybody thought it was the reason why Charlie Wilson was singing is because everybody thought that there was Charlie Wilson on the song to begin with. And I guess he caught a hold of it and he said, okay, I'm gonna do my thing myself. I'm gonna show y'all, no, this is Charlie Wilson. Did his thing on it, right? So this all happened within the span of a week. What if I told you that this song is actually not a week old? This song is over a year old. And what if I told you that Fetty Wap actually had nothing to do with it? Would that surprise you at all? It may surprise some people. I tell you what, now that the genie's out of the bottle, most people don't care. But I just, again, as a Fetty Wap hater, and honestly, as a Masego lover, even though I haven't been paying much attention to his career, like since he moved to LA, but as like an early Masego fan, I have to do right by this. Spoilers, Masego and Devin Morrison did the original version of this song just called Yams. I mean, Sweet Yamz are still in there. But when I tell you, it's another case of, it's not a sample, it's not a cover, it's a straight up ripping of a song. I'm talking like the beat itself is slightly different, but it's exactly the same if you really listen to it. Like it's got clearly Masego and Devin Morrison, you know, they put a little more pizzazz and musicality. I mean, they play saxophone, all them other kind of instruments. They put a little more elbow grease into the song, but like on face value, the beats pretty much sound the same. And when the chorus is exactly, I mean, verbatim, can I get to the yams? On both songs, the whole chorus is exactly the same. And I hate this. Personally, you already know, I hate Fetty Wap personally. I cannot believe that y'all, and I can say y'all because for people that remember me doing the other podcast, the Fetty Wap album was the only album that I did not review because I just couldn't do it. But y'all let Fetty Wap in here the first time. Y'all not about to let him back in here again. I hate it a specific pet peeve that I see happen too often for my liking is a lesser known or like not so poppin' artist comes out with a song. It's really catchy, but it doesn't do numbers at all. Nobody's paying much attention to it outside of people in their fan base. Might go viral a little bit. But then somewhere along the line, like a year later or so, somebody comes on and just covers the song and it blows up. And the way that it blows up is that, like I said, everybody online is like, yo, Fetty Wap, you got a new hit with this one, dog. Yo, Fetty Wap, he back, baby. He back, Remy, boys. So it's like, it's all my worst fears coming together at once. It's just like, please stop. Stop the cap. I can't pretend to have known about the original song before this. I'm as much as I'm a Masego fan, but I did not know that this song existed prior to this week. So I'm not gonna front, I'm not gonna cap like, oh, I'm an original. You guys just don't know. I know real music. I'm not coming at it from that angle. I'm not coming from it of like, I am saying that you should give Masego and Devin Morrison some credit, which it seems like has been happening, to be fair. To be fair to Fetty Wap or whoever is running his Twitter, because as a reminder, he's in jail right now. He's not really doing this. Whoever's running his account on Twitter has revived his account with this song and splattered it everywhere. I mean, it's like Sweet Yamz available, hashtag Sweet Yamz. I'm trying to do a new video. But like if you scroll down far enough at all of the showering of love from Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa and all these other random people, you will see that like there is a tweet or two that he's retweeted of people. Like at least he acknowledges that it's somebody else's song. Like I think he retweeted somebody saying like, yo, this cover of Masego and Devin Morrison by Fetty Wap is dope. So like he knows, okay? He knows, and he knew before he put the song out. And on the other side of it, you've got people in Masego's camp, you know, like he's rightfully, he shared the Charlie Wilson TikTok, and when I saw this is what the red flag went off in my head. Masego shared Charlie Wilson's TikTok on his Twitter, and he like had his face like kind of in the bottom right, like, oh shit, yo, oh my God, yes, yeah. And I was like, okay, it's a bop, Masego, but like, why are you freaking out like this? Do a little more digging. Again, it's his song. And it's dope to see an OG like Charlie Wilson covering his song for Thanksgiving and calling it dope. But again, Charlie Wilson's not giving credit to Fetty Wap. I mean, he's not giving credit to Masego. He's giving credit to Fetty Wap. When you can see it, you know, when you see it reposted and it's like, no, that's not me. That's Fetty Wap. But now this is me. And eventually, like I said, what I'm trying to get to is that Masego's fans are calling out, like whenever somebody is posting this song and being like, yo, Fetty Wap did it. It's people, usually Masego's fans, in their replies being like, y'all know that's not him, right? Y'all know that's Masego and Devin Morrison. Now, most people are just like, shut the fuck up, we don't care about that. Or even worse, this version is better. You know, they write them off because it's like, who cares who wrote the song originally, man? This shit is a bop, and I'm gonna play this shit all the time, which is part of the problem. But anyway, my bigger thing is there are also other people that are like trying to talk to Masego specifically, like they're tagging him, being like, yo, you're not gonna do nothing about this? Like, what is this? And he posted something, like somebody posted like, hey man, stand up for yourself or something like that. And Masego basically, let me just pull it up so I can say it correctly. Let me see. Show y'all on the screen. I don't have to make up anything because we have the internet. Here we go. Okay, and then we pull that up on the screen. Boom. Okay. So anyway, somebody posted, you know, Charlie Wilson tagged Fetty Wap here on the song. Somebody quoted that, hit him with the, you know, fight back, stand up. That's an amazing meme, by the way. Love that young lady. What an amazing meme. And Masego posted back a quote tweet with a DM from Charlie Wilson on Instagram and said, you know, basically, no need. I don't need to stand up for myself. I don't need to fight back. And this was his evidence, excuse me, was apparently Charlie Wilson and Masego had some correspondence on Instagram. Basically, it looked like, you know, Masego was like, hey man, appreciate you covering. He had to like point it out himself, even in the DM, had to be like, yo, thanks for covering me and Devin Morrison's record Yamz. And then so Charlie Wilson, after he does that, takes that same TikTok on Instagram and then he properly tags it. You know, when y'all hear Charlie Wilson, it's the onlyest one. And he properly tagged it here. You can see that. You can see here on, this is TikTok where it's tagged wrong, where he's got tagged Fetty Wap. But then on Instagram, he, after the message here, he corrected it. And now there at the bottom, it says Yamz by Masego and Devin J. Morrison. And then Charlie Wilson follows up, happy Thanksgiving, nephew. This was fun to do and was happy to bless it with the fans loving it. And my manager just said yesterday he was going to hit you and wanted us to get together and make some fire. I agree, so let's do it. Again, win-win all around. I'm trying not to make it sound like I am hating on Fetty Wap. I am hating on Fetty Wap. I'm sorry. Let me not. I am. I need to own that 100%. Don't like him. Don't want him to come back. Don't like it when other people take credit for other people's music. It's just not what's happening. So anyway, I think Masego's being a really good sport about it because he has to be a good sport about it for reasons that I'll get into in a second. But like he can't make a big fuss about this because that never goes the right way. Whenever, like, we've seen this happen to a big extent. We remember Drum versus Drake. We all remember Hotline Bling and Cha Cha. We all remember how Drake basically took the whole fucking vibe of the song, made his own song, and meanwhile, Drum had to re-release a version without the Super Mario sample on it, which made his song basically go away. We remember that, and then to a lesser extent, people that have been following me for a while, you may remember a certain artist from out in California. He goes by the name of what's his name? Anderson .Paak. That's correct. Anderson .Paak has also had to deal with this other artist whose name actually escapes me, but I would lie and say it escaped me, but he's the one person that blocks me on Twitter, and I remember him, and also he kind of fucking sucks. What's his name? North Carolina. DJ Luke Nasty. All that faking was to remind y'all, fuck DJ Luke Nasty. You're not slick. I know what you did. And when I called you out, you blocked me. And then you went on like, this is okay. I'm going down too many rabbit holes. I'm going to rein it in because it's all related. Y'all know me. I tend to jump down rabbit holes and get into 10 different mindsets, but it's all connected. I feel like fucking Charlie Day from Sunny Day in Philadelphia. It's all connected. So here's none of this has been confirmed. This is all my feelings. This is all speculation. It hasn't been enough time, and I don't think anything's really going to be made of this to where we actually get the truth. But here's what I believe happened with this song, because there's no evidence. I looked before we put out this podcast, before I sat down and record, I looked and I researched and I tried to get my ducks in order, but there's just not enough real information to figure out what happened here, because it's really a non-story. This is something that me and like 10 other people actually care about. But I'm gonna speak my piece because I got a goddamn podcast. Y'all made a mistake by making me buy a microphone. Anyway, this is what I believe happened with Sweet Yamz. I believe that two artists put out a record last year, and it was like a cult classic, you know, among the people that listened to Masego, among the people that listened to Devin Morrison, and anybody that might have caught it on social media that year. It was like a low thing, but it wasn't the viral hit that it is now until this year when Fetty Wap did it. You know what I mean? When he recreated the beat or found the stems and recorded his like 2-minute version and put that out. And then, like I said, everybody like caught wind of that because we ain't heard Fetty Wap for good reason in 7 years. Everybody went crazy over it. And now that's the most prominent version of the song. So I think at some point, again, this is all conjecture until we figure out exactly what happened. I think at some point, Masego, Devin Morrison, one of the two, caught wind of like this song, their song blowing up, being contributed by somebody else, and they remember they remember how social media doesn't care. They remember how like it doesn't matter who did something first, it matters who did it best in most people's eyes. And here's the hypocrisy of it is that like the Masego version is objectively the better song. It's like 4 minutes there. You can clearly tell there was more care and love put into it. But I digress. What I'm trying to say is that most people, when they say it doesn't matter who did it first, it matters who did it best. Most people don't actually believe that. Most people just attach themselves to the version of something that they like, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking up for the Masego version now. And I'm really just anti-Fetty Wap. But most people speak for the version of the thing that they like. And if there's other evidence to prove that, like, okay, that version isn't real, that version was half made, that version was stolen, doesn't matter. This is what I like. You're not gonna tell me that what I like is trash or that what I like is not real. Fuck you, get out of my face. That's usually the tone. So to rewind it back, because y'all probably, I got to tie it all the way back to Anderson .Paak and Luke Nasty, because y'all was like, why the hell did he just bring that up? 2016. This is Malibu is out, but it's not like hot yet. Like Anderson .Paak is not the Anderson .Paak that we know now. He's not the Silk Sonic Anderson .Paak. He's not the Grammys on Grammys Anderson .Paak. He's not the produced by Dr. Dre signed to Aftermath Anderson .Paak yet. But he's still like Malibu is out, and like you know me. January 2016, you couldn't tell me shit. Anderson .Paak is the future. Anderson .Paak is the one. He's the wave. Turns out I was correct the whole time. Thank you. You're welcome in advance to anybody that listened to me back in 2016. You're welcome. I know that's why you're here. But anyway, let me not toot my own horn. Let me get back on topic. This is 2016. Anderson .Paak came out with his album Malibu, but that is not his first album. He came out with, that's the first album that I got wind to. But he came out with an album in 2014 before he had all this buzz with him, before he started working with Dr. Dre. He came out with an album in 2014 called Venice. On that album is a song called Might Be. The song that's got the who can I run to? Got that sample. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. You know what I'm talking about. That sample. You know that sample. You know what I'm talking about. And I got a feeling that you might be. Now, there are probably some people, I can believe it. There are probably some people that do not know that that's an Anderson .Paak song. There are probably some people, because that's not the most popular version of the song. That song came out in 2014, but most people don't know about that version. Most people don't know that Anderson .Paak did that song first. Most people know the DJ Luke Nasty version, which is once again in the same vein as this Sweet Yamz. It's exactly the same. It is a carbon copy, like boom, 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 boom. I'm talking the beat is exactly the same. DJ Luke Nasty is like, hey, I got a feeling that you might be. And it's, do I turn you on? Do I send me your mom? It's the same flow, the same cadence. Like the verses might not be the same. They're objectively worse in DJ Luke Nasty's case. But again, it was like blatantly stolen. Like, so imagine me, I'm in the car and for one, like I'm in the car and I'm actually listening to the radio for once. Can't tell you why, but I was listening to the radio and I hear boom, 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 boom. And it's on like V103. So it's like not the oldie station and it's not oldies. It's not Quiet Storm time, you know? So I'm like, because what's crazy is that V103 had just played like the internet. I think it was Under Control. That was the big single from Ego Death. And I was like, hold up, now radio kind of getting lit. And so follow that song up with what I thought was Anderson .Paak. And I was like, oh shit. But when I heard this other kid come in and go, hey, I was like, you know how when you like something, when you really like something, when you love something, you love it intimately and you know like every little detail of like a song or like a chapter in a book or something like a quote or something. You know every single thing about it. So like if any one thing is off, like the percussion is a little different or it's the pitch is a little wrong or the lyrics or somebody just coming in going, hey, you notice the difference? Like that was me with Anderson .Paak because again, at this point, it's 2016. I'm an early stan. I'm a new stan. He's giving me Malibu to sit with. And I went back and I listened to Venice and I was like, it's not, I can see, it's a little rough around the edges, but I can see where Venice became Malibu. I see it and I'm ready to celebrate this man. And I'm thinking that his old music is on the radio for some reason, but no, it's some dude from North Carolina who literally just stole his song. So I was just like, wait a minute, like what is going on here? So I think I tweeted about it and I tagged him. He clapped back with some like half-ass like, hey bro, actually that's not what happened. See, you just gotta keep your mouth shut. And it didn't prove a single thing. It didn't say, it was basically like, fuck you, I'm on already. And he blocked me. So because that was the end of that. Come to find out he did, and this is how I know that it's still fuck Luke Nasty, because he know what he did, and that's why his career is not going anywhere right now, because he's a fraud. In 2016, I remember the song became hot enough. His version of Anderson .Paak's Might Be became hot enough for for him to get an interview with Sway. So he does an interview on Sway in the Morning. And I'm going to link the timestamp in the description so y'all can go back and watch this so y'all know I'm not just picking on some random dude from North Carolina. I'm not. I'm going to post the timestamp for people that are watching the video, or even for people that are in the podcast, you can just click the link. And I'm going to start it from the timestamp. I think it's like 12 minutes into the video, but it's basically like somebody calls in to Sway in the Morning while DJ Luke Nasty is on and asks him explicitly about the Anderson .Paak thing. He was like, hey man, look, I know Anderson .Paak might be, what's going on here? Like what happened? And he was just like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Like I just give it up to God, bro. It is, hey man, shit, you can't, you better think fast. I'm gonna steal your shit next. You know what I'm saying? Like it was both flippant, nonchalant, and just like arrogance. It was all of that somehow at the same time. It was like, on one hand, hey man, I can't control what happens, man. It is what it is. But on the other hand, he was like, I'm gonna steal your shit. And like he like Sway tried to be the middleman in between the conversation when he sees that like 1 and 1 was not making 2. So he was like, hey, what he's trying to say is that like, you know, the industry works a little differently and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure him and Anderson .Paak had some conversations on the side. And DJ Luke Nasty interrupts and was like, oh no, he was hot. He was hot, bro. No, he was mad. Like, implying that he stole the song, implying that he stole it and had to ask for permission afterwards. And then DJ Luke Nasty was like, well, I guess he realized, you know, it was a good play for me and it was a good play for him. So again, like Anderson .Paak was rightfully upset that he heard his song on the radio being sung by some other nigga on SoundCloud. And he was rightfully pissed. But I think he realized financially, he was just like, well, I mean, if the song it's clearly my song. I can't just like, if it's going to blow up, I can collect all the royalties. I can collect the checks off of it. So he let the song go. Basically, he begrudgingly let the song go so he could make money off of it. And he knew nothing was going to come of it. But DJ Luke Nasty spins it like, on one hand, like, hey man, I ain't mean for it to happen. On the other hand, like, yeah, I stole this song and he had no choice but to deal with it. And it was just like so disgusting to see happen in real time. And I was just like, ah! Like, and once again, the karma of it all is that, again, his career has gone nowhere and doesn't look to be going anywhere. It's been 6 years since that incident, and one artist has a lot of Grammys and a lot of worldwide sold out shows and a fan like me to show for it, and the other artist has me blocked on Twitter, and that's it. So you know what it is. Anyway, I say all that to say that, like, to tie that situation back to the present day situation with Fetty Wap and Masego. I believe that something similar happened this time. I believe that Masego and Devin came out with a song. It was a bop, but it was a low-key bop. It didn't move like it was supposed to. You know, it is what it is. Fetty Wap dropped a song from jail, which, I mean, just Fetty Wap dropped a song from jail about Thanksgiving. It was literally the perfect storm, the perfect recipe for that song to go viral, you know? And it happened, and Masego saw it happen and just decided he couldn't do much about it for good. And again, for good reason, because we see how this works. If you know that DJ Luke Nasty song, you don't know the Anderson .Paak song, you've proven my point. If you didn't know that Cha Cha and Hotline Bling are related for that reason, you've proven my point. You know what I'm saying? Like that we don't remember the real version. We don't remember the first thing. We remember the thing that pops off. We remember the thing that everybody remembers. And the thing that's making me upset about this, besides the petty shit, I know I'm being petty by being like, I don't want Fetty Wap to come back, even though he's apparently a federal drug lord. I don't think he should be back. But anyway, aside from my pettiness, I'm upset that, like, I know that this song moving forward is going to be a Thanksgiving classic in the same way that beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, yam, like we're gonna be singing this every Thanksgiving. I know it. This is not a fad. This was like the song captured enough of everybody's attention. I'm telling you, like, it came out like last week, and I went to my homie's house a few days ago, and I'm talking like he's not plugged into Black Twitter, he's not plugged into music Twitter, he's not even plugged into Fetty Wap like that. But he came downstairs, can I get to the yeah? And then we played the song, and I was like, damn, Fetty Wap really got a whole song. And it's just, and again, because the song popped off, I don't know who his A&R is, who his PR person is from jail, but like he coordinated everything on his Twitter is like hashtag Sweet Yamz. It's a whole challenge now, thanks to Charlie Wilson. He's doing good in his community by actually like having a Sweet Yamz Thanksgiving turkey drive. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing things off the back of this song, some good, some just regular music shit. But like this song will have lasting power, and it will not be known as Masego's song. It will not be known as Devin Morrison's song. It will be known. It won't even be known as Charlie Wilson's song. It'll be known as Fetty Wap's. And apparently we're looking forward to a remix coming out with Wiz Khalifa. I don't know when that's gonna drop. Y'all gonna drop that for Christmas? Y'all gonna wait till next year? I don't know. Anyway, I had to rant. I did, about that song and how I've just really don't want Fetty Wap back on the world stage. Not because he stole a song, not because he's apparently fucking Pablo Escobar. None of that. It's because his music sucks. And the only reason why I knew this song was a fluke, because I was like, Fetty Wap don't sing like this, man. I was like, this was the first song I ever heard, y'all, where I was like, that's not Fetty. Nah. Because that boy he's singing his little ass off. When you got Charlie Wilson covering your shit, when you got people thinking that it's Charlie Wilson in the first place, I was like, nah. That's red flag, y'all. I was like, nah. This is not Remy boys. And, hey, you can practice. You get your vocal chops up. I just know that has not been the case. I know that's not what's been happening. And I personally do not want to ever hear Fetty Wap's name mentioned in the same room as anybody else. I just appreciate it if we leave him behind. Now, we don't have to leave him in jail. I mean, if it's a conspiracy and he needs to get out, hey, free Fetty Wap, all that good stuff. But just free Fetty Wap, but keep him away from a microphone. That's all I'm asking. The whole hashtag, do the whole thing, not just free Fetty Wap. Free Fetty Wap, but keep him away from a mic, please. Because I don't need no more hey, what's up, hello, and I don't need nobody stealing other people's songs, especially people that I actually like. It's just, let's just not. Masego, I know you can't and probably won't ever say anything. You won't ever confirm anything that I'm saying right now. And I know you can't, because you playing, you got to play the industry game. You got the connects. People are real grimy and weird and cliquish. I get it. But just know that I see you. All right? You probably don't even remember. We met a long time ago. Shout out to my boys Moose and Wiz from Hampton University. I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Moose and Wiz. I want to shout out the whole 757. I want to shout out Hampton University. I want to shout out Durham, North Carolina, the article, because and I want to shout out my boy Faraday, because it was thanks to that entire, like, that perfect storm that we met 6 years ago. So just know that I see you. I see you. All right. I know you will never confirm anything that I just said. And you don't have to. But I know what's going on. I will not stand for it. I'm going to speak up against it. And we're getting this man out of here. You got to play nice because you the nice, howdy, 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 ho. That's your thing. You the fun, happy, lanky saxophone dude to be talking about ass. I get you cannot put on your boxing gloves. That's what you got me for. That's what you got my short ass for. I got you. That's all. That's all I want to talk about. I feel like I've taken up everybody's time with this one song, but it had just been bothering me, and y'all know I be ranting sometimes. Candy Boo, you're welcome, because my second topic, if we didn't get past 30 minutes, was talking about Kanye West, and I'm not calling him Ye no more because clearly he don't care about nothing else, so I can just call him out of his name. But he announced his presidential run, and he's aligning with white supremacists, and I could have talked about that for a while, but I'm not. I will spare you, Candy Boo. Just thank Masego, thank Fetty Wap, thank Charlie Wilson, thank everybody. Thank me for being able to rant about a song for 35 minutes. All right. If you enjoyed today's episode, which I hope you did because I enjoyed laughing, I'm like sweating in this room right now. Definitely leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Let me know what you thought about the song, what you thought about the episode, what you think about Fetty Wap. Am I tripping? Do I need to go back and listen to the self-titled album? Because y'all know I never did it. So what am I missing out on? Am I just a hater? You just let me know in them comments. And once again, if you enjoyed this show, Jukebox 2, I'd appreciate it if you share it with your friends and family, people that you know would enjoy music or enjoy music talk. I am here on YouTube, and I am also on your favorite listening platforms, whether it's Spotify, Acast, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, all of that. I'm everywhere. Just search Jukebox TWO. My name is Jay Burritos. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on twitch.tv/JAY Burritos. Come hang out, come talk shit, tell me how bad my opinions are, or just come laugh at my gameplay. Right now, we've been playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Can't get enough of it, even though the game is jank. And I've been playing a lot of Overwatch 2, which I'll probably get back to because, like I said, Scarlet and Violet is pretty jank. And competitive hasn't started yet. But in the meantime, come check me out. I love you. I'll catch you next time for Jukebox 2, and peace.